tell you I was going to discuss today bricks. And as much as I want to discuss bricks, I think let's just follow the story that's in our faces. It's probably, at least in the last few hours, a story that's gotten people talking all over social media. It's a situation that played out between a reps member and a Bolt driver. Okay. Quite a number. There's also another audio I'd like to play besides the actual event. So, I'm not going to be able to play the entirety of that event because there were areas in the video where the lawmaker was swearing at the driver. I mean, just beyond the assault is the humiliation, is the arrogance, is the attempt by the lawmaker to elevate his existence far above that of the Bolt driver. So I think it's the story. I'm really just going to try to recap it, and then I want to open up the telephone lines. I think I'd like to speak in a more deeper sense about this. I want to speak about the Nigerian society. Yeah. And thank God it's Open Thought Tuesday, so this is the best day to speak about a subject as this. Speak about the Nigerian society, collective conditioning, fashioning, how we are modeled and how we model ourselves, because I'm not even sure how all of this started, but certainly you can tell that one generation to the other there is a blueprint, and it's as though we come from one generation into the other and we can see the imprints of the last generation. No, we can see the imprints, of the last generation in this generation. And maybe it's already brewing for the next generation. We'll talk about collective social consciousness. We'll talk about what we think power is. We'll talk about how society defines power. Because you can see that in the educated and the uneducated. You can see how the members of society model power. You can hear their language, and you can almost see their soul the moment you hear the way they map out what they think power is, what they think status is, what they think their power is, what they think their status is in relation to, in the moment, who's in the picture. So, on one hand, you have culture that has marketed patriarchy. And so you have had a situation where patriarchy was a model that everyone had to follow. And in fact, we didn't quite think about the extent to which the good sides of patriarchy will prevail, but so also with the bad sides. Or do we say the aspects of patriarchy that could be manipulated, usurped, that could be misinterpreted, misrepresented, and be used as a tool for abuse? And you see, it's the worst kind of abuse when it's institutionalized, when it's part of your everyday life. It's like you're living with an arrogant father. You're raised by an arrogant father. You're raised by a narcissistic mother, or you're raised in a culture where this thing that's not properly bridled, that's not properly checked, is allowed to just grow limbs, grow heads, and become whatever it is. And somehow there is a non-verbal manufactured consent imposed on those who are going to live in that society to bend a knee and kiss the ring of this thing. So we'll talk about that in a moment. And after that, we need to go back to that conversation on on textbooks being workbooks. So here is the need for that conversation. Now we're hearing, and the problem with what I'm about to say, it's just the sheer lack of actual data, like actual correct data. There are random data here and there. I think from the last 1 year, the number of out-of-school children is staggering. We're having issues with homeless people, right? Okay, so there's the issue of number out-of-school children, and the fact that before the year ends, or maybe come 2025, more children will go out of school. That's not the conversation. I'm just touching on that passively. What I think the conversation should be is, if you have children in these schools where they're mandated to buy these textbooks, which become workbooks, and so just have like a 3-month lifespan, I want to know what parents are going to do. Remember, the last time we spoke about this, we're pretty much just trying to weigh what the concerns were. This time around, we need to have a conversation about what parents are going to do. It's one thing to say, well, you don't like it, but it's also something else to say, well, this is what we as parents, as a collective, intend to do. Now, if you intend to do nothing, I want to hear you say that. And I think you can do something, but whether you would do nothing is what will be revealed this afternoon. If there's time, I think we need to look at the North and the electricity issue at the North. Yeah, I think that's also something that really is bothering, concerning, particularly when we take into consideration the fact that the general economy is strained out of its body weight. We're not even sure what's happening. We're all sustained by prayers and the blood of the cross, and we're hoping that a miracle happens, and a miracle hasn't happened, at least not yet. And then you hear the Northerners so I was on social media. I don't know if this is just a phase, but it does quite appear that some APC supporters are on Twitter nagging the government, and they swear by their lives they're not going to vote for APC again. I mean, what if this is not a direct fault of the APC? What if this is something that is more localized? Maybe it's the responsibility of a state government. You understand what I'm trying to say? Responsibility of a local government. What if this is the overflow of insecurity kind of spilling over, and this is a ripple effect? What if? But if you're on social media, if that's anything to go by, they are really, really, like, I think Nigerians are so hurt by this. I think today is probably the 10th or the 11th day. And you see, it's not like a problem that's occurring in little areas. They're complaining, saying the state in itself is struggling with outage, and businesses are crumbling, and people can't quite live life normally. It just feels like you've been a refugee in your own country. It's the worst kind of dependency you can have, particularly when you can afford to get up every day and do something dignifying for yourself. We have work to do today. Welcome to the sunny side again. My name's Joyce. We're Nigeria Info. Do not go anywhere.
We're like gold diggers, tunneling through the mishaps and the handicaps.
I don't know what to cook for them. I don't know what to give them to eat. That is the issue at hand as I speak right now.
In the name of the good, we hope to earn the truth and be worth our weight in salt.
Every night, every night and there, we will hear 1 million boys, 2 million boys, 3 million boys. Just for one people, people wouldn't have no money. You're supposed to find it again where people can follow you. Everybody can follow you. Both the rich and those poor.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
Weekdays 12 to 3 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Nigeria Info. So, you may have seen or heard, if you are listening to Nigeria Info, you already heard the tale. But I think that there's an aspect to this conversation that begs a public reaction. I mean, just beyond the outrage. And I think maybe I should also highlight the outrage. I want you to understand that as a people, if you can find your voice, if you can assemble your will, if you can put up a resistance, whatever you agree on. So this is how the scriptures put it. It says a twofold cord is not easily broken. So I guess one, it has to be two or more than two. And three, it would not be two independent. It would be a cord, meaning that there has to be an accord between all numbers. So if it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 10, if it's 1,000, if it's 5,000, if it's 1 million, it has to be an accord. So if a twofold cord is not easily broken, I would love for you to imagine a tenfold cord. I want you to imagine, 10 men. I want you to imagine the agreement of 100 men. I want you to imagine the agreement of 1,000 men. And every now and again on social media, particularly when the issue finds its way on social media and there's a loud, collective, singular focus, or say there is a voice that trumps other voice. It's like the yays outweigh the nays, or the nays outweigh the yays. There tends to be, in many instances, a reaction. And good God, for the pace at which Nigeria can go sometimes, through that bureaucratic ladder, it's quick. You can see everybody's looking like they're working. So suddenly, you know, the police are speaking, the military is speaking, this one is speaking. I woke up this morning, I saw tweets from the assembly, and I'm like, y'all looking busy. But you see, I think I wanted to understand the science of it, that there's something about coming together and agreeing, and I just really wanted to highlight that. And you can see how that also plays out in this video, where this gentleman, all he had was a camera, and he just recorded it and put it on social media. And the reaction from the public has brought this story where it is. So some people said last night he was arrested. I don't think he would be arrested. I don't think he was arrested. I'm thinking they'll invite the rep member and say, well, so this is what you're being accused of. This is what's happening. I heard the testimony or the account of the driver after he left the area. I think one of the social media guys approached him, that's a VDM, to get his account. And he tells something in the line of, he is a Bolt driver, okay? He gets an alert to go pick up a delivery and deliver. He goes to pick up the delivery, delivers it, and calls the owner of the package to come outside and pick up his delivery. Now, the issue is, or the area of contention is, Rep's member is a big man, at least in his head, and thinks the Bolt driver is supposed to turn off ignition, come out, pick up package, and deliver to big man. So it's this whole big man, Nigerian definition of big man mentality. All right. So driver is like, well, I can't quite come down because that's really not my job. I'm not a delivery driver. I'm thinking that's what he said, or that's what he thought. You know, I'm a Bolt driver. I'm supposed to convey people. So the contention is that the rep member thought the Bolt driver should have come to, and maybe, to be honest, and this is me just trying not to be too critical of the rep member. Maybe he thought, well, if you're a delivery person, when you get here, you come inside and deliver. I remember somebody yesterday saying that these men, our leaders, have no link bridge between where they sit and where the people have fallen into. And so because of this disparity in reality, they may be seeing things one way while the people see it in 10 different other ways, which they can't see because they're not looking down enough. So let me play you the audio now. Viral video, House of Representatives slapping a Bolt driver. Of course, I told you, is all over the place. His name is Alex Mascot Ikweche, representing Aba North South Federal Constituency in the Green Chamber. A furious rep member is captured in the video in a casual wear. He's chilling in his premises, waiting for, according to him, some even say they don't think it's a snail delivery, but according to the gentleman, he says he ordered snail. And some people are being a little funny, saying, well, who's waiting for snail by 10 p.m.? I mean, he could be waiting for snail. Why can't he? So here we go with what appears to be the conversation, at least at the point where the Bolt driver begins recording that moment. All right.
I don't want to know, sir. Just tell me anything.
So you think I will give you my money with the way you have spoken to me?
I did a job for you and you have to pay it, sir.
You will not see any. You will not see a penny from me. With this level of disrespect, you're very stupid. Very, very stupid. Madam, who is this stupid boy that you sent to this my house? Who is this foolish boy that you sent to my house? How can this stupid idiot come to my house and tell me that I'm supposed to come and meet him in his car, pick up snail that I'm buying from you? Can you imagine this rat? I can make this man to disappear in the whole Nigeria and nothing will happen. Can you imagine this rat? I'm not going to give this boy 1 naira of my money. No. I'm not going to give this silly boy 1 naira of my money.
You've been insulting me, and I'm being quiet.
I pray that you do. I pray that you insult me. Can you please insult me? I'm not going to call my policemen to beat you up. I will beat you up. I will show you that I'm a big brother to you. I will slap the hell out of you and I will lie you down, lock you in my generator house. How dare you?
Why should you do that?
Who the hell do you know who you're talking to? Do you know where you are? Because you saw me sitting outside here?
It doesn't matter, sir. Pay me, let me go.
Look at this monkey.
I don't care what I am.
Are you even looking at me that you can beat me? Or are you looking at me? What? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am? I'm a senator of this republic.
All right, so from here on, he swears at the guy using the F word. And, all right, now let's talk. Okay, but I think, to be fair, it's worth taking into account his apology. Well, best believe that Twitter people, well, I think it's social media people, and maybe it's the privilege of youth, I don't know why they don't think their apology is sensible. Some even say that he used the AI to generate an apology and it shouldn't be accepted. Let me do us all a favor. For what it's worth, we need to inject into this conversation his apology. He is really sorry, according to him. He says that he tells a tale, which honestly, in my view, for someone who can admit who it is obvious he is wrong, well, for someone who it has become obvious that he is in the wrong, I think the apology should be short and straightforward. I mean, heartfelt, short, straightforward. But there's a whole essay here. Let me run through it at least. Okay, Office of Rep, Alexander Mascot Ikweche. He says something, I wish to address the incident that occurred Sunday, blah. What began as a misunderstanding escalated into actions and remarks I deeply regret, which do not reflect the values and character I strive to uphold, both as a citizen and as a representative of the people. I sincerely apologize for my words and actions during the incident. I recognize the distress, frustration, for this has caused the citizen, he make the name of the citizen, his family and public at large. As a public servant, I understand the weight of my role and hold my words and how my words can impact others. Let me what it was here. I remain accountable to my actions. While I am human and infallible, the citizen and I have explored alternative dispute resolution methods to address this issue and have reached a respectful resolution, which I am committed to following through. Furthermore, I extend apology to the police. Reaffirm my respect for the Nigerian police force. Okay, next paragraph. I extend my sincere apologies to the leadership and members of the House and the National Assembly as a whole. Okay, What? I'm aware that my actions reflect not only on myself, but also on this esteemed institution and the trust that the public places in us. This incident has been a humbling reminder of the necessity for restraint and self-control, especially in challenging circumstances. I sincerely apologize for my pain, for any pain or discomfort my actions may have caused, and I'm committed to learning from this experience to grow. My experience, the other ones really can't quite pay electricity bill for this month, so we can leave it alone. 99.3 Nigeria Info is Open Thought Tuesday. My name's Joyce. You're on the sunny side. Okay, so I think let's approach this from a more general perspective. Let's talk about the Nigerian mentality. Let's talk about the Nigerian concept, interpretation of power. You see, you heard that dialogue, right? And every sentence was an exaltation of his place and the diminishing of the other man. This is encoded. So you can call me up and disagree, but this is in your blood. Except Jesus turns you over, best believe. I can put my money on it. This is in your blood. This is in your blood. You just don't have money. The reason we haven't, the reason we don't have you on video yet is because you don't have money. The moment you have money, your videos start to fly all over the place. There are even poor guys who are broke who would act this way. So, I'm trying to make a little levity of it, but I'm trying to also highlight the fact that in Nigeria, I think that there might be a kind of insecurity that we mask with arrogance. All right. It's a minute before commercial break, so let's not even begin the conversations. We're going to go for the break when we come back. We're talking about this. The Nigerian people. A race of people who half crazy, half human, who think themselves gods in situations where there is a lesser person, who believe in the wielding of power. And this is in your mosques, in your church, on your streets, in your marriages, in your friendships. This is us. But as it made it to social media like that and the buzz was loud, we got an apology. When we return, we're talking.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
This November, prepare for an epic clash of intellects. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. November the 11th, 2024, 32 of Lagos's brightest secondary school students will step up to the mic, where words become weapons and ideas ignite battles. From Monday, November the 11th at 4 p.m., they'll face off in fierce debates with only one goal: to be crowned the I Beg to Differ champion. Every round is a fight for glory, where one brilliant mind will rise above the rest. Who will be crowned the champion of thought? The ultimate showdown of wit, wisdom, and will is about to begin. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition Season 8 commences Monday, November the 11th at 4 p.m. For sponsorship, please call or WhatsApp 0805-581-5844. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Card Center Nigeria Limited, Obi Wizzy, and Lucas Green Fashion House.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to two players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. You want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347*880*3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347*880*3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Attention all parents, guardians, and communication enthusiasts. Distinct Kids Club, and that's Africa's leading public speaking club for kids and teens, proudly presents the Distinct Kids Showcase and Award Ceremony Season 2. So join us on as we shine the spotlights on children and teenagers who have set themselves apart as confident and eloquent speakers of English language, as well as organizations that promote eloquence in the society. So come witness a spectacular showcase of breathtaking performances, inspiring speeches, and heartfelt presentations that will captivate your heart and ignite your spirit. Venue, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Agidingbi, Lagos. And the date is on the 2nd of November, 2024. Time is 11 a.m. and the red carpet starts at 10:30 a.m. So join the movement to empower the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and communicators. Register now at www.theliteracysphere.com or call 080-3884-7648.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the Sony said, I want to read a message here from Uchenna. He is writing me from Ikoyi. He says, good afternoon, Joyce. We're critically thinking for security of both rider and honorable member, it's not right that the cab man should go inside his compound. If you request for something that's need delivery, you wait outside to pick them up, judging by the man's big manism. Big manism, that's a word? Why didn't he send his maid to pick the stuff up? The woman on the phone made things worse with the question, do you know who he is? Well, Lagos. I know that's how you'll like to introduce yourself. Like, do you know who I am? I'm going to call the commissioner. Commissioner said y'all should stop bragging with his name. No, I think that the news is stop intimidating people. That cheer, you guys have really disrespected it. We'll talk about it when we return. Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce.
The details.
The stories.
With the updates.
Your number one station for talk brings it all.
Nigerian politics is more strategic. Even look at the presidential level, you see almost the same thing almost playing out. It's a game of numbers and popularity.
Even though to help our brothers and sisters to rise up and condemn.
Don't be left out of the conversation.
Let's talk on 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The screening of 7 ministerial nominees at the Senate has been postponed, and we understand that this is to allow all nominees to conclude all aspects of documentation and pre-screening exercises. The screening exercise was initially scheduled to take place today on the floor of the Senate. It appears the presidency has now shifted the exercise to Wednesday, and this message was contained in a statement on Tuesday signed by the special advisor to the president on Senate matters, Bashir Lado. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu is unhappy with the ongoing blackout in the northern region of the country. The north has been in darkness for days as a result of the vandalization of the Shiroro-Kaduna transmission line. A statement from the special advisor to the president on information strategy, Bayo Ononuga, says the president is now leading efforts to end the disruption in the north. Ononuga says the president has summoned the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, and the National Security Advisor, Nuhuri Badu. Away from that, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, says the federal government will establish a super electricity grid soon. The grid will be a backup to the national grid that is experiencing incessant collapse. Adelabu said this while briefing State House correspondents after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu on Monday at the presidential villa in Abuja. And according to him, if the national grid has a problem, the supergrid will be an alternative route through which power will be transmitted. And the European Union is calling on stakeholders to adopt robust measures and strategies to increase women's participation and representation in governance. The call was made during the House of Representatives International Legislative Dialogue on Women and Constitution Amendment. The dialogue aims to address the barriers that hinder women's political advancement and strategies for sustainable change. The Deputy Ambassador of the EU delegation to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Zesimos Vergos, says despite global progress, women remain underrepresented in government. Lagos, that's the news update this hour. You are listening to The Sunny Side with Joyce on 99.3 Nigeria Info, and I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Stay here, Lagos.
Allow us to save you the stress.
Count on us for your daily dose of information and current affairs.
You ask for it, the conversation, and more on Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're doing it. Nigeria Info. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you very much for calling. Tell us your name.
I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Good.
Yes, actually, I just want to contribute to the issue on this House of Rep member. I embarrassed the young man who delivered an item to him. Can I go on?
Please go ahead.
So, like what actually happened, the scenario there is quite embarrassing, and is an insult to our leaders. And as we as citizens, we have never expected that we have such a leaders in the midst of this high ranking.
Really?
Yes.
You're not new around here.
Yeah, if you ask me, I wasn't expecting this. Because irrespective of it's kind of human being, we are all human beings, but in this high rank of position you found yourself, you pull yourself down.
Don't you see this in society? Because you sound like you're removed from the actual Nigerian reality. You don't see this in Nigerian behavior?
No. It's not that I'm removed. You see, when somebody is in the official high-ranked position, you that is a citizen or you are looking up to him, you shouldn't be expecting such an embarrassment. But this has shown us that we have a lot of mad people around within them, and the law needs to take its course.
Thank you very much. If it happens
like this, it will look much more that other people who are upcoming will do the same thing. And I will expect the Nigerian police force, because he has even embarrassed the Inspector General of Police by calling Inspector General of Police that they should go to him, they can't do him anything. So it looks appalling.
Thank
you. They need to take up, irrespective of his apology, because I heard somebody say he was apologizing. It is too late for now. The law has to take its course on him, so that it will be a deterrent to others who we are looking up to.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Yes, good afternoon, Joy.
Turn up the volume of your radio set.
Yeah, Mrs. Alawale from Nigeria.
You must turn up the volume of your radio set.
Radio.
Done it? Thank you.
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, that is it dishonorable? We're going to call him. His behavior is very irrational. It's not right to say that's how we behave in Nigeria.
I'm wrong. Okay.
No. I think because there are even poor people that can behave that way too. I think it has to do with ego. We look down on people unnecessarily. We don't respect people's profession. There is no dignity in labor. Because, this kind of behavior is unacceptable in other developed economies, irrespective of what you do. As long as you are hardworking, you are earning a living, you should be respected as an individual. Now you're in Nigeria. So I think that honorable should be penalized. Let human rights lawyer, let the guy take up his
Okay,
case.
so I think it's for me. Just before I made this a conversation, I thought I was rather certain what the public would say about this. But where I thought we would disagree a little bit would be how society behaves and what traits are very common amongst us as Nigerians. So, do you have no reference point of this sort of behavior within the Nigerian society?
Oh no, it's rampant.
Oh, because you said I was wrong.
No, but it has nothing to do with whether you are rich or you are poor.
I never said that.
No, poor people even have ego. Some will even tell you, do you know who I am?
All right.
Somebody will even so it doesn't have to do with his position.
I never said that.
It's an individual, because there are very rich people who wouldn't talk that way, who wouldn't act that way. So it has to do with the individual. He is egoistic, and he displayed it. He looked down on the man. But I think his apologies came too early.
Oh.
Yeah, it came too early.
What's a good time?
No, his apology came too early, and it's intentional because he doesn't want to serve the time. If you know you can.
So you don't accept the apology?
I don't accept. The apology should come later, but he should pay for his wrongdoing. It should serve as deterrent.
Right.
It should serve as deterrent for other people. When you sweep it under the carpet, somebody else will also do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Somebody else will do it. So he's a very good example. He's a very good example when he serves the time. He should pay for whatever he's supposed to pay for it, and then his apology can come afterwards.
All right.
I mean, even the IG should, you see,
you are
because
serious.
they give them policemen. So they use the policemen to brag. We don't even have enough policemen to secure the country. But they
Got
give
it.
to them.
Thank you.
And they see themselves like they are better than other citizens, which is wrong.
All right. Lagos, in the name of all things bright and beautiful this God-given Tuesday afternoon, I think I know where you're going to go with this. Nail him, crucify him, bury him alive. I get it. But let's talk about the Nigerian society. So, yeah, you can, I mean, I would love for you to talk about it, but I'm of the persuasion that as a people, you see this guy, it's just unfortunate. This is his star moment. I'm sure, I didn't even know that he was, the representative. I'm from Umuahia, so certainly we're probably from the same area, right? And I didn't even know the guy until yesterday. I had seen him once before, somewhere, I think, on television, on the floor of the house. And then, today he has a stage and everybody's talking about him. But I think it's necessary that we look at this as a reflection of society. And let's talk about that. Let's stay on that conversation. All right, thank you very much. I know you get it. The sunny side, how are you?
Good afternoon.
What? You trying to seduce me? What? You're not going to speak up, right?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good to have you. Welcome.
Sister Owikechuku.
Good.
My head has been hot since yesterday, and may God bless you bringing the topic, and may God bless that person that sent this video. Sister, the bridge holding Nigerian citizens and National Assembly broke May 29, so 2019, when Saraki left office. What do you expect from a rep or a senator that psychologically and sociologically are manipulated and put in there? Like, I am releasing results on that race. Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
A man slapped a lady March 2019 in a sex toy. August, him and a rep from Niger State say they should truncate social media postings. See, what I want to tell you, the man was swearing and threatening a man like you. In my village, if you threaten me, that what can I do? If you tell me what can I do, that person will enter Wahala. So National Assembly is cut off from us. Okay. And I suppose that woman that say she doesn't accept that apology. So what I want that senator to do is go to television, go to newspaper, apologize to that man, apologize to Nigeria, and as you say you're a senator of Nigeria, go and do something for that man to appease the slap. If I'm the person that man slap, I swear in this world I will hold to that rep. That's what they are doing. No,
so you have no contribution to the fact that this is a Nigerian behavior in a broad sense.
Yes, it's Nigerian behavior. I thought there was a day one man was telling me, say, "Do you know who I am?" He bought my car. So when I was around, he said, "Do you know who I am?" I carried something from that. So you are secret. You are dust. The man zoom off. Me myself, I zoom off. Do you know who I am? They are not things. They are just secrets.
All right,
That's
got it.
What about.
All right. Nigeria Info. Hello, welcome to the show. My name's Joyce. What's your name?
Hello.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Good. Welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
God bless you. My name is Sunday calling from Bariga.
Good.
You see the situation that is going on in this country.
Yeah.
Let me be sincere to you. Most car owners, you see the way they treated their drivers. They called them stupid. A lady was beating her driver on the steering. So if a lesson should not be taught.
I have lost you, I guess. The sunny side. And I like that women are speaking because I like to hear. Because many of you may have experienced a version of this. You know, this is happening to a Bolt driver. You experienced it as a wife, as a girlfriend, as a lover. Or maybe you're the one doing it to someone. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Guys, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
My name is Iman. I'm calling you from Shangotedo.
Good. Go ahead.
Okay. It's a Nigeria thing. It's in our blood. The man did wrong. Very, very wrong. The Honorable. Joyce, this thing has happened to me 2 times. First, we have an organization that we're working under. That is a platform called Booth.
I bet you this will come and go and nothing will happen to them. Nobody is protecting our rights. If you see the time we were complaining about votes, people think we are too exaggerating or we are demanding too much. But where is your employees' right? Where is your employer's right? I don't know how to put it. Those that are employed on.
Yeah.
Where is our right?
Pardon me. Are you being harassed by passengers or you're being harassed by your employer?
Let me tell you now. First, it happened to me twice. A lady forgot her phone in my car. iPhone 1, the smallest iPhone I've ever seen in my life.
You're looking down on that one now. Okay.
Yes. I called her because she wasn't the one that requested me. Somebody requested me for her. I called for her. Hey, you forgot your phone. She refused to turn because when she entered the car, she didn't greet me. And that was how we were just on our own. So, because the security came out and was asking why I was horning, I said, tell that person she forgot her phone to come and pick her phone. She said she went to the security. The security went to her and she told the security to come and tell me that I should give it to the... I said, I can't give to the security because your security is a third party to me. I can't give to him. Come outside and collect your phone. She said, no way that she's having a bath.
For real?
I had a request in her estate, took somebody to Lekki. Because of too many calls, I came back, gave her the phone. Do you know what the girl did? She had palm oil in her hand. She spilled the palm oil on me, on the car seat, in the roof of the car. I took it upon her. And yes, it took us to station. They paid dearly, over 300,000 because of that thing that happened. The second one was a lady sat in front of my car. One of those girls at Farm City. Keep her leg on the dashboard and was picking something from her private part and was dropping it on the floor. I said, can you drop your leg down? That girl gave me backhand. She slapped me backhand. And immediately, and you know what I'm about to tell you? Do not fight your riders. Report any case to them. That was the reason that guy was doing that video. You understand? That was the major reason the guy was doing the video.
No,
and
certainly
still, nothing will happen.
Well.
So, why am I trying to tell you this? We have been trained and we have been told that 80% of your riders are the owner of the car till they get to their destination. And in our course of duty, you don't take anything inside the compound of the person that came out of your car or requested you. Sometimes people want to go to the airport, they have heavy luggages. They will expect you to come and help them. We don't go down from the car. But once it crosses your gate, we come down from the car to help you into the trunk. It is not our right to take anything outside the car, even to cross your gate. Because sometimes who requested you might claim you have come to rape her. Or might claim you have come to steal something from the compound. So it is a no-no from going to the compound. I don't even try it.
All right.
So all those things that man did, the man is 100% wrong. And that man should be dealt with. Who should do this thing for you should be who employed you into this service. Both should fight for that guy. That is it.
Sure.
It is not a duty of the guy to fight. Both should teach the man a lesson. Take it upon. Sue the man. The man should pay dearly for it.
I kind of fancy that one. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. So I want to read this message here. It goes, it says, some Bolt drivers are rude. So rude and stupid. You don't want to hear their stories. Wow. He says this man shouldn't pay the Bolt driver. The Bolt driver was rude. So here we're having conflicting stories. Good. And once again, remember that I really want us to look at the Nigerian perception of power. Application, the way we wield power, and over whom we wield power. We have this blind assumption that if we find ourselves in a nobler position than the other person, then the gods must be against the other man. We assume that our God is highly lifted over the God of the poor. And so we dehumanize the poor. We subject them to our criticism and judgment. And in this regard, it was all of that plus assault, because we suppose that, well, we can do something to them and there would be no resistance both from their God and from the state. So let's talk about the Nigerian attitude towards power. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Hello, it's good to have you join the conversation.
Hello, Joyce.
Thank you very much for being here.
Good up.
Afternoon to you. What's your name?
This is Malik speaking from Lekki.
Good. Go ahead, Malik.
Joyce, in that video, I suspect something. Do you know why? A Nigerian man with a security man around him will not take that action by himself. His security details or his security boys will be the one that will take action. But there were no policemen around him. Was that guy up to something? Was he the member of the house?
I don't know. I'm just telling you the story as I have.
Yeah, I'm just, it's up to something because wait, it's at your gate. Where are your policemen?
You guys are disrespecting policemen. So is it the responsibility of the policeman to leave with his uniform, go and bring snail for you? Policemen, aren't you all sick of this disrespect?
No, the policemen are meant to protect the boss.
Then help him go and carry snail.
No,
as
wait.
farmer.
No, what I'm trying to say is this. At the point was harassing the guy.
Yeah, I get it.
Police were supposed to come there to ask about what's going on.
What about a housekeeper? What about it? Why a policeman? Where is the housekeeper?
No, what I'm saying is this. He was harassing the guy. At that process, the people that are meant to protect him, nobody came out to even say anything.
So what's your point? Wait, you're repeating yourself.
The member of the house, that man was up to something to that guy. He was trying to harm that guy. That's what's paining him, to make him to be angry that my job, that I said, did not work.
We can Hail Mary that we don't have any worse off situation. I don't have any more details on the matter.
I don't know why he's angry. Do you for work now? It's just that Nigeria does not work. The guy system does not work. By now, that guy can be suspended from the house.
All right, let's see what happens from here.
Nothing will happen. George, kids don't die. Good afternoon.
Hello, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Good to have you.
Hello, good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much.
I want to react to that House of Representatives that slapped that.
Do you think we should meet you by knowing your name?
This is Emmanuel Fonaja.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to tell Nigerians today. Are you getting me?
Mm-mm.
If it's go or whatsoever that this man takes before do this thing cannot sit under carpet. Are you getting me?
No.
We are not fools.
Okay.
We are the people that voted them into office. So whether there is smoke in their tent or whatsoever, whether there is smoke in their tent or whatsoever, concerns them. But this thing cannot repeat itself again. One of the senators from Adamawa State, Ado or what you call, what they are former senator or whatever, they did the same. Different things happen in Nigeria every day, and we are keeping quiet and all this. It's not, it doesn't make any sense. What is House of Rep? In fact, I don't want to say anything more than
Thank you. I so appreciate. Now, is it that all of you are deliberately evading the very direct question of how this is the Nigerian spirit, which is not even a question, it's more a statement. And I'm hoping that maybe I'm wrong and you can turn it right, but you all are just evading it. Let's agree that the rep member is one out of the 200 plus million of us. And maybe if there are a few different people amongst us, it must be the light that shines from God that separates some from the others. Because this is a Nigerian attitude. It's the one who has you have a slang about having a generator type that is better than that of your neighbor. It's in your language. It's in your lingua. You have a generation so afraid of poverty. You have 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds into blood money because they're trying to evade poverty. This has become your culture. I mean, you deny it because you would never accept it. But if we go by how prevalent it is, well, can we truly say it's not us? We're talking. Hello, Nigeria Info. Welcome. It's Open Thought Tuesday. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Mm-hmm. Good. Welcome. What's your name?
You have Emmanuel on the line. I'm speaking to you from Epe.
Great.
I want to ask Malik. Number one, how many policemen are guiding him presently? And again, if this news were prepared news and his aide were not with him, is it that he doesn't want them to have a taste of it?
What are you guys? What in heaven's name is this? What do you mean by that? He's a rep member. According to his statement, he could afford to pay a few millions for the driver to disappear. I mean, you can share snail with your aides and housekeepers.
I know that you understand where I'm coming from.
I don't, because it's just snail now.
All this money in the world, yet we are suffering in this country.
Well, you have a point. He didn't even want to pay the driver.
I said this yesterday that a lot of them are disconnected from our reality. Imagine if he had those police with him at that point. What would have happened to that driver? That driver wouldn't have had the opportunity to record that incident. And then if he goes to a police station, probably they will say he does not have evidence, for everything that happened. And the hypocrisy of the hierarchy, that is the House of Rep, itself, Yes, it's good they condemn it, but are we saying that this is not what is happening every day? And again, the police itself, the police as an institution, saying that let him call the IG. I'm surprised, that he's not detained. That is the House of Reps.
What are you surprised? Did Bobrisky not tell us that he called his sugar daddy somewhere? Like, what is this?
You are right. You are right. And again, it's in our blood. This. Do you know who I am? By the way, I want to also intimidate somebody in your station.
Who's that, Sheriff?
Yeah.
Wait for her at 3 o'clock.
Seconds to ask me question.
Well, wait for her at 3 o'clock. You can try that out on her.
I used 28 seconds to talk.
Survive it.
So I'm going to ask him if he knows who I am. Thank you.
Good. Try it tomorrow. Try it when she comes at 3 o'clock. Well, what is it? We're off on the break. We'll be right back.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Get ready for maximum fun and entertainment this November as Generous Entertainment presents Standing Ovation. Spontaneity overdose with Ovia the General. Comedy by Akbararo, MC Shakara, MC Adopikin, ATM, MC Monica, MOP, Frances, Fred the Comedian, Short Family, MC Kefas, Mr. McCarthy Undo, On the Wheels of Steel, DJ Indo. Special guest appearance by Charles Inoji, Chinedu Ikedeze, and Monica Friday. Date is Sunday, 3rd November 2024 by 5 p.m. Venue, Sweets International, Vistana, VGC, Lekki, Lagos. Tickets regular 10K, VIP 25K, and table 1 million naira. Single seats on the table is also available. Get your tickets at www.eventful.ng or call 0706-270-1243. Standing Ovation with Ovia the Generous is proudly sponsored by Delta Force Blue, Drink Some, Tapista Tomato Mix, Esso Properties, Media Support, Nigeria Info. This event is packaged by Norreal's Event and Bells Media.
My back, my body, my shoulder, with Salon Pass. When the back is on the pain, you with Salon Pass. When the body on the trouble,
Salon Pass Pain Relief Patch provides effective relief for stubborn pain such as back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, and leg pain. Salon Pass is distributed by Drugstock and available in pharmacies and stores near you. Try Salon Pass today. Salon Pass, just patch it. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult your doctor.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Panel of judges, accurate timekeeper. I'm not here to convince you. I'll be confused. You will come to convince you. Everything's just catching my mouth. Well, anyways, the stage is set and November is here. And it comes with the return of the ultimate battle of minds. I bet to differ secondary school debate competition. Now imagine this. 32 of Lagos' sharpest young minds, all from different schools, each stepping up to the mic to prove that they have what it takes to be crowned the season 8 champion. And this isn't just the regular debates. It's a battle of ideas, a clash of brilliance where only the strongest intellect will survive. So mark your calendars from Monday, November 11th at 4 p.m. The competition kicks off, and trust me, you really don't want to miss a single round because these students go head to head, mic to mic, bringing their best arguments, sharpest wit, and unstoppable determination. Every match is a showdown for the title. So who will claim the glory this season? The tension is high and the stakes are even higher. Get ready for season 8 of the I Bet to Differ secondary school debate competition starting on Monday, November 11th at 4 p.m. The Tournament of Champions is back. For sponsorship opportunities, call or WhatsApp 080-5581-5844 and that is 080-5581-5844. Let the debate begin.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. So we're furthering our conversation. I'm going to have to read through a few messages here before I go to the telephone lines. What Chala says, texting from Lekki, if not for that video, who knows how many Nigerians he has disappeared from Nigeria. This one, I'm so angry right now. He's so arrogant. Thank God it was recorded. Who would have believed the cab guy? Okay, so now a few of you have I don't know, I don't want to call it a narrative, but I think a few people are also of the mindset that taxi drivers can be rude or very unpleasant. So I want to know whether you think that it's possible that this gentleman may have done something to provoke him, because there are a few people who are suggesting that. That the minister may have been provoked. Now, the minister would have you believe that he was provoked because he kept repeating that he was being insulted on his own property. This message goes, Joyce, actions have consequences and sorry doesn't cut it. We won't accept apology. If a move for him to be recalled comes up, I'll be so part of it. He isn't worthy to be there. End of story. He isn't sorry, I think you mean. Okay, so let's go to the telephone lines. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side. My name's Joyce. What's your name?
Hello?
Thank you for calling. Turn up the volume of your radio set. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Gabriel, calling from Ojo.
Good to have you.
Yes. This is a scenario that does happen within both the rich and the poor. Yes, I can tell you that. Some people are thirsty for power. Some people would just like to intimidate you. They will ask questions. Do you know who I am? Do you want to rot in jail? Sort of languages, both from rich and poor. So it's just unfortunate that a respected somebody like that did it. So I'm not too happy with the action. So that's all I want to say. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling. Have you also realized that the people who come to your country for any amount of time, when they see the way Nigerians treat Nigerians, also tend to adopt that behavior? Maybe not all of them, to be fair. Not all of them. Just the same way it's not all Nigerians who really would be branded with this sort of attitude. But there are a few foreigners who would come in and see the way Nigerians treat Nigerians and then treat you the way he thinks that you treat yourselves. Whether they're Lebanese or they're Indians or they're Chinese. Many of you keep complaining about your foreign bosses. If you work in a conglomerate that's maybe at the top of the hierarchy are all foreigners, right? You complain sometimes how they treat those at the bottom of the food chain. Someone was on social media complaining about a company that sells water. Apparently the company is owned by Chinese people. And she was complaining because she said she was a staff there. She was complaining how they treat workers, how they underpay, overuse Nigerians, are rude and very disparaging, have absolutely no respect for Nigerians. And then amongst themselves, you can see how they love on each other and respect each other. Well, I think they can only do that and get away with it because, they see how you do you. Well, I guess now if we can afford to admit it, then we have to find ways to hold ourselves accountable. Like, each man hold the other man accountable. Well, if we agree, that is. Hello, how are you? It's good to have you on Nigeria Info.
My name is Robert. Joyce, good afternoon.
Afternoon, thank you very much for being here.
Joyce, the thing is that senator, these are people we are looking on to. The senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, making laws for me, a common man, to obey. You can see his substances. And this is very common with them. You remember the person that Koboko mentioned, that Rabo, that insulted was it a lady or him, that he wanted to buy
assaulted,
and
yeah.
What come out of that incident? Nothing. These people, they believe that because they are lawmakers, whatever they do, the law, they are above the law. Let me put it that way. There are limitations to the rule of law. You understand? Even this thing is not only senators. So you remember when Adamu Shomole was the governor of Edo State, when he told the woman that he winch or something like that.
Really? I don't know. Wow.
You are a journalist, supposed to be aware of.
Must I be aware of everything happening in your village? What do you mean I'm supposed to be aware?
Edo State is not my village.
I'm surprised.
You remember?
No, so I don't.
So, and Oshomolena is a senator. And look at Akpabio now. The other day, NDLA went to senator house to say they found drug and look at what the Senate president was. So these people, they see themselves as extraordinary human beings. The law cannot cut up with them.
look at this man mentioning the IG because you know that he can easily take his phone and call the IG and nothing will happen. I'm telling you, he's being protected by policemen. Who sent those policemen there? Is it not commissioner of police? And the commissioner report to the IG.
All right.
At the end of the day, this issue will not, nothing will come out of it. That is the situation we find.
But isn't that the case because we tolerate things? So you tolerate the big man that oppressed you, so you can tolerate the next poor man when you make it. Isn't it because we tolerate these things?
The reason why that man apologized was because it was on record. I'm afraid how this man will be treating his domestic staff.
All right. Thank you.
Or those guys that work with him. He does not have manners. That is good.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I really would have to single out this Nigerian mentality conversation because you guys are not with me today. You really just want to point your finger at this yellow guy. A badly behaved yellow guy. Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side.
Good afternoon, my beloved sister.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate your effort. Yesterday, I was able to intervene in this discussion on the hard part, and even this morning. But why I call now is because of the dimension you want us to take it. That is taking it beyond just that House of Rep member. It's a Nigerian thing, to be honest. The other day there was a heavy traffic, so I was walking along. You won't believe it, the number of Nigerians that have horse whip in their cars. And what do they do with it? If there is the slightest traffic infraction, they come out with their horse whip. And you see them, particularly when they realize that the man behind them or the man involved in that traffic infraction is far below their status.
Then they flog the driver?
Sometimes the state of people. It's a Nigerian thing.
You guys are psychotic.
Themselves in a very just when they discover that they are above you. It's a normal thing they do in this country. But it has to take us Nigerians to stop this. And I'm now suggesting those of us that call on the programs of Nigeria Info, we need to form a formidable block to end things like this. When we come together, we'll be able to fight all this madness that is within our system. The other day, the Senate president was saying, an injury to one is injury to all. And that is the way they are going to take this in the House of Reps. They won't look
I don't
at
believe that guy, but yeah.
Logically.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate. Hello, Nigeria Info. It's good to have you here. Thank you very much for calling.
Hello, good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Samson.
Samson, I think you said. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for being here.
In respect to this issue we are talking about, first of all, honestly speaking, if a further investigation is placed into this thing, I want to believe it is the drug supply that they came to supply that
Nigerians. Oh, come on. You don't know that. Okay, so I think I understand your assumptions.
By the time they pressurized the woman that gave the product to that boat driver, and they got to the source, I'm very sure that is why.
You can't say you're very sure. I mean, you're in Lagos. Let's even begin from there.
I'm telling you from experience. That is what I'm telling you. That is why the driver was not the person that picks up the stuff, and that is why the man himself has to wait, even without the police or the security, the housekeeper has to pick the product is there for him, or he chooses after 10 p.m. to pick the product himself, and that is just a simple truth.
Wow.
And I'm still expecting Madam Uboli and the market woman to talk to this, because if it is an APC person now, I'm sure it will be a different ball discussion. Thank you.
You guys are really divided out here. Nigerians and conspiracies. I mean, I like the fact that you would really attempt some conspiracy theory, but sometimes I need you to do it on a global scale. Join me with conspiracy theory on a broader scale. So now some of you think it's drugs, and I can understand the sentiment, but we can't quite, sample that opinion because we don't quite have the facts, all right? Let's stick to what we have. Hello, Nigeria Info.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling.
My name is Onyemuwa, calling from Nigeria.
Good to have you.
There's something about that packaging.
Ha. What is it?
But since they are the rulers and we are the ordinary, we can't know the packaging.
You don't think it's snail?
Snail know the market. You see, let me go to your own line of thought. It's a Nigerian thing. I could remember when we are flogged very well for not singing well in the church. So it's a Nigerian thing. A bishop has slapped somebody on the altar for saying something, like it's a Nigerian thing. Do you know who I am? We are maggots, and we are food for maggots.
You're dirt.
So
you're dust.
You know who I am. Let me conclude in this way. There's a problem wrong with that name, Nigeria. Because those that gave us that name, they oppress us. When they left, they hand over the system to those that will oppress us. When the police are doing good to correct the oppressor, they change their uniform to black and they remove Nigeria police. They become Nigeria police force. So everything is on force. Nigeria was a republic. It's in 1963. In our system, they have removed republic. So it's still the same Nigeria, where ordinary man rule the ordinary. Ordinary man rule the ordinary. Ordinary man rule the ordinary. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Let's read this message. A proverb. One of Chinua Achebe's book states, those whose palm kernels were cracked by a benevolent spirit should learn to be humble. The House of Reps member is a classical example of how our politics have been thrown up tin gods. How our politics have thrown up tin gods who have enriched themselves from our commonwealth and are daring us in the most arrogant manner. A big shame indeed to have lawmakers who break the same law without sanctions. Okay. I think it's really tunnel view to just look at this man singular, even though, here's the conversation. I think we may benefit from the conversation if we broaden it a little bit. And I think I have waited a good amount of time to have Nigerians particularly be courageous enough to look at this and see how this is a sample of who we are as a people. And yes, I really do understand it's not every Nigerian, but there are a handful of Nigerians. This is in your culture, it's in your religion, it's in your society, it's in your marriages. You see it everywhere. I want to state here, and it begs debating if you disagree, we are not good people. And I know it's not the Lords of Logic, but this is a good opportunity for me to inject some psychology, some mirroring of our human consciousness. If you would do this to someone in any manner, at any time, for whatever reason, would accept the person has, approached you arrogantly to intimidate you or has violated you. I can understand a balanced fight, a fair fight, but assault where you deem yourself to be the creation of a higher God, we're not good people. I know you disagree, so let's talk about it on Nigeria Info. Hello, welcome to the sunny side. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon.
It's not okay. Yeah, I was just about to tell you it wasn't going to work, so thank you. Hopefully, you make it back. Nigeria Info.
Joyce, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling. You tell us your name.
I called before, but it was network that cut off.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, this man said to the driver, "I can lock you up in my generator room." And I don't even want to invite my policeman to beat you up. I will beat you up and then call police inspector general. You can see the extent that this man has gone. Had it been that this boy took the luggage or whatever parcel to him and then he fled up that way, what would have happened in his house? So these people really, really look down on drivers. I've seen one woman that beating up a driver on the steering people don't regard drivers to be something in this society.
Really? Is it just drivers? What about men who violate their wives?
Okay, I'm just saying the one that happened recently that we know about. I don't want to say the one that we don't even know.
I
so
know.
that it shouldn't be as if maybe somebody's trying to fake a bad news, spread bad news. So you can see the extent. Please, I'm trying to plead with you people. You should make sure this matter does not end up here. Because I know people will keep calling, and you should allow people to say what they have in mind concerning this kind of a thing. And this was what happened when they say, oh, Honorable Minister, off your mic, because nothing can happen.
Thank you
so
very much for calling.
That's my thing. Thank you so much.
Well, at least from this last caller, it seems as though Nigerians would rather be positive than truthful. You don't want to spread bad news. What was that thing he said? You'd rather be positive than truthful. Okay, let me poke you somewhere else. I'm of the view that you're weak in character, and that's why you're wicked, because it really takes courage to be good. It takes strength and courage to be good. So I put it to you that you are weak. You are wicked people. You're not good people. That's why you do to a man who's seemingly lesser than you are the way you do. Good. I'm really poking for some serious conversation. Welcome to Open Thought Tuesday. And I'm not even trying to be controversial. I'm stating it in the language that can best touch the nerve of the matter. So if you disagree, you're home. This is where you should be. Nigeria Info. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Joy. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
My name is Madam Muji. I'm calling you from Moe.
Thank you for calling.
You see, this matter that we're all talking about, I pray they don't sweep it under the carpet like other issues we've had in the past. Thank God for the driver that he has his phone and he was able to record it. If not, it is not what we're saying today. Like the last caller said, what if he had entered the compound? What would have happened to him? That's one. Then secondly, you see our leaders. They look at themselves as seeing God. That we are just common masses. Me and you, we're just common masses. I tell you, in the next few days, you won't hear about this stories again. But if it were to be something that has nothing to do with one of them, that is when you see all of them rolling their barbaric gas and want to leave their people, bring him up, do this, do that. The one that concerns the citizens, the common man, you will not see them rising up to it. Like one of the callers said, that one that insulted a lady in a sex toy shop somewhere in the north. Nothing is heard about the story till now. And he's still bragging around. He's still member of the assembly. So, Joyce, we want this. We want Nigeria to stand up for this Uber driver. And we'll make sure that something is done concerning it. It is becoming too much of our politicians.
All right.
Thank you, Joyce. And I'm happy. This is my first caller to your program. And I love your program.
Thank you so much. First time caller for calling. I appreciate it. Thank you. Open Thought Tuesday. Nigeria Info. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
The volume of your radio set.
Yeah, I'm off it. My name is Paul. I'm calling from Lekki.
Welcome, Paul.
I'm calling for the first time on your show.
First time caller. So I kind of pricked your conscience, right? Let's talk.
Yeah, I want to follow you. It's in our blood.
Oh.
You know who I am? Every person is not only about the leaders. I'm a law enforcement agency.
Mm.
Now, it has happened in many ways, even in my village. I've been in this job for the past 24 years. If I go to the village, some people will say, you don't even behave like a policeman. Because I don't like that language. Do you know who I am? There's some person that will even want to offend you, just overlook. Like in the case of this boat driver now and the House of Rep member, like somebody called that is a driver also on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He opened our eye to see that their laws don't allow you to pick something for whoever you want to deliver the goods to.
Yeah.
So that makes the man did not know the law. Maybe as the person is supposed to carry the thing for him inside, and he say, I will not. Because from the record, you do not hear from the guy, from where the thing started. What you hear was the man's point of view. And when the man start bragging, you disrespect me. So we should try sometimes to work on our mental issue. Like somebody said the other day that they are supposed to test all the National Assembly or all the politicians about whether they are taking drugs or thereabouts. We don't know. Even we ourselves, we should work on ourselves.
Let me ask you, you say you're a man who wears a uniform, the uniform of the state. So do you have anything to say about the way the Nigerian public tends to use you as an extension of themselves? So they use you to carry out... Okay.
Yes. Like me also, I'm an instructor. I train my colleagues.
Okay.
That we have rules of engagement. There are things that we say unlawful order. We have lawful order and unlawful order. The lawful order are those orders that are within the confines of the law. If you take out those orders, you are right. But the unlawful ones that they would ask you to do that is outside of the law.
Yeah.
Somebody will tell you, go and slap that person. That is unlawful order. It's possible that those policemen, they don't want to bring themselves out to see what is going on. And it's possible that the man, they know the kind of man they are following. We know some person, they are VIP, you know them. But it just may be some things you want to eat from them, some things they will give you. You want to cover some things up, which is not right.
All right. Well, thank you.
You understand?
Yeah.
Which is not right. So I pray that the law will take it, and for them to even mention our own organ, the big organ himself. I can do nothing.
It sounds like all of you are up for buy. Like we can just give you money and send you out like dogs.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a judgment of your own. Okay. Well, sorry about that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. And we're live streaming. We're on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. And I think we should look at why this is a mental problem. Hello. Welcome to the sunny side. My name's Joyce.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you so much for calling.
Welcome.
What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Mr. Dan.
Welcome, Dan.
Yeah, I'm calling from here.
Great.
In respect of the issue on ground, for instance, I'm a rider, dispatch rider, for that matter. So, you see, most of the times, as one of the drivers said, we are not allowed to dispatch food and other items. So we are not allowed to go into the compound of the customer, of the person.
Okay.
So once I reach your house, your address, I called you. You come out and pick your items from me and go. I'm not allowed. If I do more than that, I just try to do it on my own, and whatsoever that happens on my own.
Okay.
So I think what the red member did is very, very, very wrong. And what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for the house to suspend this very man. Because whatsoever, if one of the members of the house has said something against the members, whether right or wrong, what they do, they come together and suspend the person. So I want to see this one. I want to see their action in this.
Yeah.
If they are going to suspend him or not.
Yeah.
And again, you see the issue of National Assembly. They are lawmakers. All of us, we are supposed to be comfortable with them, as in whatsoever that happens. Even the president, if he does something that is wrong, who we will cry to is them, that they should take action on our behalf, because we have elected them to fight for us. But in most of the times, you see that we are the one fighting for ourselves, and they will be the one fighting us, which is not right. That's
All
my
right.
own take.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. We'll have to go to WhatsApp right now. Let's look through some WhatsApp messages real quick.
Good afternoon, Joyce. But critically thinking...
I read that before.
Okay.
So let me read this one. Why is your message so long? Ooh. You say the man, he said he is a senator, but he is House of Rep. He doesn't know where he belongs. He is a herbalist. He wants to make the man to disappear. He should be removed. This is Beatrice. Thank you very much for your message. The package sent by the lady should be investigated. We want to know what the woman does for a living. I don't know if that's necessary, but if you insist, I guess. So you Nigerians are really suspect of the package. You think... But that's really not the issue. The contention here is, what we have on video. The package is maybe a distraction, psyop. It was only a feature, but it's really not the real action. To prevent us from having Agberu's kind of people in position of leadership, I think there should be some kind of grooming school for everyone. Every one of these leaders, from the highest to the lowest position, before being sworn in, and by extension to the office, of the First Lady, so that throwing decorum can be their lifestyle. Hold on, I'm off on a break. I'm distracted. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. 365 days of conflict. Hamas attack on Israel on October 7th killed 1,200. To date, Israel has killed over 14,000 children. These are not just numbers, they are lives forever changed. Join us for the first of our annual Borderlines debate, a symposium on the Middle East crisis, Thursday, November 7th at 4 p.m. A forum where ambassadors, diplomats, and humanitarian voices will gather to debate the yesterday, today, and the way forward for Israel, Palestine, and the Middle East. Is there a pathway for peace? The Borderlines debate, November 7th at 4 p.m. This is a chance to hear from both sides. Real stories, real stakes, real solutions. Don't miss the repeat broadcast on Friday, November 8th at 4 p.m. Borderlines debate, Thursday, November 7th at 4 p.m. Only on Nigeria Info. Let's talk. This November, prepare for an epic clash of intellects. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. November the 11th, 2024, 32 of Lagos's brightest secondary school students will step up to the mic, where words become weapons and ideas ignite battles. From Monday, November the 11th at 4 p.m., they'll face off in fierce debates with only one goal: to be crowned the I Beg to Differ champion. Every round is a fight for glory, where one brilliant mind will rise above the rest. Who will be crowned the champion of thought? The ultimate showdown of wit, wisdom, and will is about to begin. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition Season 8 commences Monday, November the 11th at 4 p.m. For sponsorship, please call or WhatsApp 0805-581-5844. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Card Center Nigeria Limited, Obi Wizzy, and Lucas Green Fashion House.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos. It's that time again. November 11th. November 11th, what's happening? Anyways, November 11th marks the return of the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition, where ideas collide and champions are made. Well, 32 of Lagos' brightest young talents, each representing their school, stepping up to the podium to showcase their talent, their skills, and their resolve to claim the title of the Season 8 champion. And this isn't just a regular debate. This is a battlefield of intellects where only the best minds will stand victorious. So it's starting on Monday, November 11th at 4 p.m. Prepare for a tournament like no other, because these students are set to face off match after match, bringing their best arguments. With every round, the stakes get higher and the tension thicker. Every word, every point could determine the next champion. Who will take the glory this season? Well, get ready and join us for the season 8 of the I Bet to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition. The quest begins soon. And are you interested in being a part of this journey? Call or WhatsApp 080-5581-5844, and that is 080-5581-5844. Let the battle of minds begin.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side, so I can read a few more messages before we touch down top of the hour, and I just have a minute to do that. This message reads, I believe the apology came because he has been made to realize that he has a lot to lose for his action, and not necessarily because he truly regrets his action. He would certainly repeat such act behind camera. The driver should watch his back. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Some people blame the Bolt driver, which is not right, because Bolt driver is supposed to convey human, then drop them at the entrance of where they are going. 30 seconds, what can I do? You say, but nowadays some customers want to turn them to errand boys. What? By send food to customers. If it's a dispatch rider, it's different scenario, because those ones don't carry human beings. Okay, 10 more seconds. Let me... Billy, a moment. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. Top of the hour. The headlines is next on Nigeria Info.
We feed you with the right information.
The right topic of 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.